Hello, I'm PS3 and welcome back to another top 5 video. I figured with battle mode being just around the corner and a lot of people wanted me to talk about it, I would do that in today's video and talk about one of the elements of PvP in Minecraft and indeed battle mode that is really important to know and that does confuse most players who aren't doing it too often, and that is potions. Because the thing about potions in Minecraft is there is so many different combinations, there's literally 100 plus different combinations, and knowing which ones are good, knowing which ones are bad, and knowing which ones seem good but are actually bad is something that is really important to know if you want to improve your PvP odds so you can know which items to pick up and which ones not to. So today I'm going to be going through the worst / the most overrated potions in Minecraft so you can know which ones you should pick up and which ones you should leave in there. So yeah, hopefully you do all enjoy this video. If you do, like it and let me know because it helps out the channel a lot, and let us know you do like these battle mode related videos and that indeed you're as excited to play as I am next Tuesday, which is really soon if you ask me. But with that said, let's get straight into the video and let's start by talking about the ones here that are going to be number 5, although the reality behind them is you know they're overrated to only a very few people who just haven't ever heard the ideas before, because most people know don't drink a potion of poison, don't drink a potion of harming, don't drink a potion of weakness. If you're playing regular Minecraft, you wouldn't ever make these and think about that, because this will poison you, this will harm you, this will weaken you. You might think it affects other players, but that's not the case, and I know most of you know this, like 99.9% of you know this, but I figured they would be worth mentioning, because if I don't mention them, people will be like, so Cat, don't you think that this is slightly, don't you think a potion of poison is worse than what you're about to say is number 1? And I don't think that is. I think the potion of poison is the worst potion, but everyone knows it's the worst, so it's not the most overrated by anyone's means. Anyway, next up, let's go to potion number 4 on this list, which is going to have to be the potion of fire resistance. So the problem with fire resistance isn't, its actually ability, which is really powerful. Fire resistance gives you 3 to 8 minutes, depending on how long the thing is, of full resistance to any fire damage, and that includes lava, that includes flame enchantments, it includes all these sorts of things, which is really powerful when you think about it. Because let's say you're about to fall into lava, if you have fire resistance on you, no damage taken whatsoever. You can swim in here and you can even hide in here. So there's actually some cool advantages to fire resistance, and you might be thinking, Toycat, what's it doing on the most overrated list then if it's so cool? So the problem with the fire resistance potion is, one, its length. It only lasts for 3 minutes, which means you have to work out when you're going to be, in a fiery situation ahead of time. It won't just last the entire match, most of the time anyway, and that means that you do have to work out when you're going to drink it, which is a really tricky thing to do. But the second problem with the fire resistance potion is it's only useful on one of the maps. Crucible is set in like a nevery situation, so there is a lot of lava, there is a lot of fire and stuff, but the thing is, unless other people have flame enchantments, it's entirely useless on every other single map besides, one of the DLC ones coming out, and that means that for the most part, you're not going to need fire resistance. If you pick up fire resistance, most of the time, it's going to be a dud one, unless someone happens to have the flame enchantment, or happens to have, fire aspect, and realistically, they're very rare enchantments. So yeah, the problem with fire resistance isn't the ability itself, it's just the context it comes in. Unless you're on a map which has lots of lava, unless you're on a map where there is, lots of stuff like that incoming, I just really don't think you're gonna need, fire resistance for PvP, and if you can pick up literally any other potion, it'll probably serve you just as well, unless you know someone has, fire arrows already. So yeah, only pick up fire resistance if you know someone has something fiery, otherwise you're literally just picking up the potion of orange soup, and you can pick up anything and it'd be more worth your while. So yeah, that is the fire resistance potion, saved by the fact that it's useful on one map, but close to useless on the other one. So yeah, with that said, let's move to potion number 3 here, which is one that seems really tempting and seems so powerful. By the way, the other thing, all of these potions give you potion sparkles, so fire resistance also gives you that kind of, makes you more visible through cover, which isn't necessarily a good thing. But speaking of being more visible though, I want to talk about number 3, which is the potion of invisibility, in regular form or splash form, whatever form you get it in, because the thing about invisibility is it seems so strong. I saw a lot of people get it, at the event recently, and they were like, oh yeah, so I'll just drink the invisibility potion, and I'm going to be invisible, that's amazing. But the thing about this is an invisibility potion doesn't actually make you invisible. As you can see, your armor's still visible, so to actually become invisible, you have to take up all your armor, and then, what do you know, your sword's still showing, so you have to take away all your stuff, and this is just to be mostly invisible. When you're near people, you can see it makes a sparkle every now and then, just like that. It also hides your other sparkles, by the way, which is kind of useful. And yeah, the really interesting thing about this is it means that you can kind of hide from people, except they'll see when you're sprinting, because you can see it's like this. So you have to run sprint like this to avoid that. And even then, some sparkles will be visible. So where is this potion useful? That's the big question I have to have. If you're willing to take off all your armor, or if you get it before you get any armor, and you want to hide from people, then this is a great potion. But how well will hiding from people work, especially given that, you can't have armor, so you can't actually win a fight, and given that, most people are going to take more than a few hits, and they'll see you and they'll work out where to kill you from. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like there'll be some really cool moments where, like, you know, if you get really lucky and someone's just a bit confused, you can attack them from behind and you can kill them before they even attack you, and then take their armor stuff. But I feel like the invisibility potion, for the most part, isn't going to help you out too much. It's going to reduce your visibility the tiniest bit, but if you have any armor on, it's not going to work, and it means that, in reality, the goal behind this thing is long distance invisibility, but in reality, how often are you going to see from people from a distance anyway, and how often does it really matter? So, yeah, the invisibility potion, it's going to be really cool in particular situations, but for the most part, like right now, it just isn't useful. If you have armor, you're not going to need invisibility potion. You might want to drink it anyway and then throw it away, but even then, it's not going to give you too much benefit. If you have no armor, you have no nothing, and you want to try and sneak up on someone with a wooden sword, you can give that a try, but again, realistically, it's not happening too often, and I'd recommend probably any other potion in those particular situations if you're already ahead of the game. If you're behind the game, you're probably going to lose anyway, and it just doesn't really work for either of those situations. So yeah, this does come in splash form, so you might want to be like, well, I'm going to splash someone else with invisibility. Maybe there's some strategy to that. I don't see it personally, but maybe you're like, aha, I'll splash everyone with invisibility, and then no one can see anyone. Again, I don't see it working that way, but maybe it works in this form, but I don't see it myself. So, and I'd say perhaps you could call it a weakness, if you will, because that is do you like that segue? Because that is the second of the the most overrated potions in battle mode. Because the splash potion of weakness seems really tempting. It weakens your opponents, and won't that save your life? Won't that make you amazing? That's how you win PvP, right? You weaken opponents. So it sounds really great to be able to weaken people like that. But the reality behind the splash potion of weakness is it isn't quite so strong. So the reason for this is because all it does is take away 0.5 attack damage. This means that for instance, a diamond sword which does 7 is down to 6.5. A wooden sword is still doing 7/8 of its original damage, and if people have any amount of attack damage, it's pretty much going to go in the same way. And that means this it doesn't even downgrade the diamond sword being an iron sword. It means it's somewhere between the two, and it's just basically the weakness potion weakens people by so little. But the problem with it isn't that it's like that, because if it was just weaken people and then instantly do it and you can attack, it might just win you a PvP fight every now and then. But the problem with the splash potion of weakness is if you try and aim at someone, you're almost certainly going to hit yourself, and you're going to negate that too, unless you're at the distance where you can hit them, switch out your sword and then go in. But that's such a rare situation, and even then, like I said, it's only going to be a rare situation where that 0.5 damage they're not doing to you will save you. And the reality behind it is a splash potion weakness is mostly a scare tool. If you think it's going to be a really useful way to win fights by weakening your opponents, it's not going to work that way. You'll be slaughtered by anything regardless. If you're going into a fair fight, it can maybe tip the odds in your favor, but most of the time, a splash potion weakness might be a way that you get killed, because if you try and throw this and they get a hit on you, that one hit to you is infinitely more valuable than the splash potion. And yeah, to put it simply, splash potion of weakness only works as like a placebo for the most part. It's got a very, very tiny effect, but that tiny effect is so irrelevant most of the time that you might as well not bother even thinking about it. So yeah, they're a decoy potion, they're a scare potion, they're a way to maybe scare an aggressor, but they're not a way to actually get anything effective done. So yeah, with that said, what is the most overrated potion in Minecraft PvP / battle mode? And this is one that is going to cause a little bit of controversy because it is the instant health potion. So you might be thinking, no, Toy Cat, the potion of healing is amazing. It is so good. And just hear me out for a second here. So let's take some damage first of all by just going against some lava or something, just so I can show you how little health this actually does regenerate. So bear in mind that when you take damage like this, like I'm on fire right now, I unwater myself, but in fact, let's grab a water bucket. Let's stop this before it actually kills us. Okay, just like this, as you can see, I'm now on half a bar of I'm on a half bar of thing, and as long as you have any hunger, you will start regenerating that at 1/2 heart every 4 seconds. If you drink a potion of healing, it's going to take you about 3 seconds, and when it's going to regenerate is just going to be 2 hearts of the thing, which is about 16 seconds worth of regeneration. And you might be thinking, yeah, 16 seconds regeneration in 3 seconds is amazing. Well, first of all, bear in mind that there is a regeneration potion, which is so much more powerful. It can regenerate your full health bar in a matter of seconds, which is really, really good too. But then also bear in mind the fact that when are you going to be able to drink a health potion? The situations I found myself in were either like, okay, you're running away from someone, you're in low health, you've just lost the fight, you don't have time to drink a potion. A lot of people try to drink their potions while they're escaping me, and I just killed them while they did it, because that 2 hearts is 1 hit from my sword, and then they're going to try finishing it, 2 hits from the sword, and now they've gone through a net health loss just to be attacked by me. It's so much it's so much of a bad thing because it seems like it's so good on the surface, but there are very few situations where you need to drink the potion of health, and if you have the time where you know you can drink it and you're not going to be attacked, then why not just wait for your health to regenerate naturally? I just think the potion of health, is so overrated because 2 hearts of health isn't very much in the grand scheme of things. If you're, if you're near low health, you're still going to lose a fight. If you're near max health, you can still win a fight without it, and if you're anywhere in between, then you should just wait to regenerate, and you can get away with doing that. If you can find a potion regeneration, it's just infinitely better than a healing potion, in my opinion, for the situation. And I think that the potion of healing can only really be used as a last-ditch effort if you're on fire and you need to heal right now. But even then, I just really don't see the potion of... Okay, so let's grab this one right here. This is a potion of health too. This is actually a better one. If you do find this, it's vaguely worth doing. But still, even in this situation, you save yourself about 10 seconds, but you have to put yourself so out there because, this is the drink animation. Look how slow I'm going. Look how, vulnerable I am. I don't have a sword out or anything. And yeah, potion of healing comes across as so good. And the reality behind it is it's going to get you killed almost as many times as it saves you, because if you're mid-fight, someone's going to come and kill you midway through that. And yeah, I just don't see this saving people's life. So yeah, I hope you did all enjoy today's video talking about the potions that are most overrated in Minecraft. If you did, like the video and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets know that you do like the the battle mode talk. Like I said, I'm so excited to play this, and I wanted to do more tip videos like this. Let me know if you do want to see those with either your like rating or in the comments down below if you want us to be like, hey, it's like I'd like to know what tips I should know, or this or that. Let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, I will see you all in the next video later today, or the live stream, I think it is. So yeah, I will see you all later. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.